This is our Hampton-D lean-to mini greenhouse. It's 6.5 feet long, 1.94 metres long, just over 6 feet tall at the back, 1.82 metres tall, and 77 centimetres deep. So there's plenty of depth in there for growing. The framework is architectural aluminium, so that's very sturdy. We give a 25-year guarantee on the aluminium. Fixings are stainless steel, nuts and bolts, so it means that they won't rust and corrode, and if you do move, then it can be taken to pieces and you can take it with you. Glazing is toughened safety glass, 4mm toughened safety glass, so that's the same sort of glass as you're going to get in your double glazed unit at home. The toughening process makes it much stronger, and it does mean that if it does break, it goes like a car window into lots of little pieces, so it's very safe. But the reason we use glass is twofold. First of all, it's got excellent light transmission, so that the light will get in there, it won't scratch like a plastic sheet will, and it won't flex like a plastic sheet. So you can have a snow load on there of 2.5 feet without any problems, and in high winds, in stormy conditions, the glass won't come out like a plastic sheet would. But the other thing about glass that makes it different to plastic is that glass will trap the heat. So early in the year, if you sort of put your hand inside here in February time, if the sun's on it, it'll be lovely and warm. I've been outside when it's 2 degrees and the snow on the ground outside, and inside the thermometer's been saying 20 degrees. So because you've got that trapping of the heat, then things will grow much earlier. You can get your spring planting off in February time, get it going, so you're getting a much longer growing season. And the same at the end of the year. In the autumn time it might be a little bit chilly, but if the sun is on the grow house, then it's going to be nice and warm inside. But keeping the heat in is one thing. When it comes to warmer conditions, then we want to be able to make sure that the heat escapes. And that's the great thing about this greenhouse. You've got a wonderful ventilation system. So early in the year, you can have your doors open just a little bit. If it's maybe a nice day, but a bit chilly outside, just open the doors an inch or so on the 4 corners, and you're going to get some air movement through, but not a huge amount. So you're going to keep the air from getting stale in there. It's going to minimize disease problems, but you're still going to be able to grow things in there. It's going to be nice and warm. When the season advances, then you can open the door more, and when it's very hot in the summertime, you can even open the roof glass. You can let the hot air ventilate out through the top. Now this has the option of an automatic louver vent. That's fitted onto this model here, and this is the vent here. That is very useful if you go away, because it will open and close on its own while you're away. But it's also very useful early in the year. You see, when you come to sort of March, April, May time, you need to close it at night because the temperatures at night are going to be pretty cool. But the sun will come up in early May, probably about 5:30, and if it's east facing, then the sun will be on the grow house and it will get quite warm in there. So instead of you having to get up out of bed at 5:30 in the morning to ventilate it, the automatic louver vent will open on its own and ventilate the frame. So very, very useful in the springtime. When you come to later in the season, then you can supplement that ventilation with sliding the glass. So in the middle of summer, I'd have the doors open all the time, but sort of late May, early June, it might still be a bit chilly if you have an unseasonably late spring. What you can do is open the door on this end just an inch or so, and if it's cool, the vent will be closed, but if you go out for the day and then the weather turns and the sun comes out and it's quite intense that time of year, then what happens is you'll get a through draft drawn through the vent, through the grow house and out through the vent, so it will ventilate it very easily. Also very useful if you've gone away in the summertime to ventilate it. When we look inside, well, we've got easy access. This one's got beautiful big doors, so you've got lots of growing area, lots of working space when you've got the doors open, and the same for the lower level as well. Very easy access into the lower levels. No hinge doors, so there's nothing for the wind to catch hold of, and there's no extra space needed for opening doors. Everything is contained within the unit itself. When you look inside, you've got a number of C-tray shelves, and you've also got a centre staging. The C-tray shelves are designed for pots or C-trays. They use these very sturdy but slim aluminium bars so that we're minimising the shadows, and we've got them split so each shelf is half of the length, and you can change the height of the shelving depending on the plants that you want to grow. So you've got a whole series of holes here which allows you to adjust the height. If you don't want to use the shelves, you can either take them out fully, or like this one we've got down at the bottom here, you can drop it against the back wall to give you the full depth for growing space without taking up any room with the shelves. The other thing we've got is the glass centre staging. Now again, it's toughened safety glass, it's very strong. We've got a heavy pot there that is fine on the centre staging. We rate each of those sheets at 25 kilos, which is far more weight than you'd ever put on there. People say to us, well, why do you use glass on the centre staging? Wouldn't wooden slats be nice? Well, they would be nice, but they're going to create shadow in the area below. And what we're trying to do is minimise the darkness of the lower level. We want things to be able to grow in there still. So by having the glass centre staging, wherever there's not a pot, the light is getting down to the lower level. So you can still use that as a usable growing space. If you look at some of the wooden grow houses with wooden slatting, the only thing you're going to be able to grow at the bottom is ferns. Now in the summertime, you can obviously take the shelves out or drop the shelves flat against the back to give you more growing space. If you grow things like tomatoes, then when they reach the height of the centre staging, then the centre staging will lift out. So you can simply lift each of the sheets out. There's 4 sheets in this long model, or you can put them one on top of the other. So you could have, say, half staging and half full height for your tomatoes. And because of the depth of this one, you can have tomatoes at the back and then chilies or peppers in front, so you can make the most of that extra growing depth. The other thing that you've got in the lean-to greenhouse is a watering system. You've got nozzles here, and down below the centre staging there's another nozzle, and along here you've got another nozzle there and another nozzle there. So 4 nozzles spraying into the grow house and watering it. All the pipe work goes back to the fitting that we have at the end here. That is a connection for your standard quick connector from your hose. So you snap your hose on, turn your tap on for 2 or 3 minutes, and the whole frame is filled with water. The watering's all done. So a very useful accessory. If you go away on holiday, you can just put a timer on it, and then you can put it on to come 2 or 3 minutes in the morning, and the watering's all done. So you don't have to worry about getting a neighbour to water, and if you've got the automatic louver vent, you don't need a neighbour to ventilate either. So the grow house is very, very versatile. Pretty much anything you can grow in a full-size greenhouse, you can grow in here. It's got cavernous space in it, but it's not taking up a huge amount of space in your garden. So it's ideal for the keen gardener who hasn't got a huge amount of growing space.